Welcome to Quick Tech News, where we keep you updated in the world of tech without wasting your time. In today's video, we are going to be focusing on facial recognition and whether or not it makes you as a citizen safer or perhaps less safe. So first, in case you don't know this technology, imagine a surveillance camera that picks up your face. That's nothing crazy. Whether you realize it or not, in most parts of the developed world, video surveillance is very common. Where and to what extent it is used depends on regulations within the country or region. For example, in London, one of the first places in the world to start with video surveillance, there are currently somewhere around 500,000 surveillance cameras. That's around one camera for every 20 residents. The average Londoner is caught on camera around 300 times a day. In other parts of the world like Sweden and Germany, video surveillance is more heavily regulated, although still used in many areas. Facial recognition is the ability to use those captured images of faces and match it to a face stored in a database, and based on that be able to identify the person. Think of it like the face unlock feature on some of your smartphones. When you first get the phone and enable the feature, the phone will likely scan or take several pictures of your face. After that, when you try to unlock the phone, the front camera looks at your face and tries to match it with the stored images. In surveillance, this technology can be used to identify criminals. Now, there's no denying that this technology can be very useful in the fight against things like terrorism, human trafficking, and violent assault. But having this technology in place means it can be used for less serious crimes as well. A recent article from CNET shows that some cities like New York have been able to use this technology for crimes like shoplifting or even protesting, something which both New York and Miami police did back in August. In a recent court filing, the NYPD noted that it's relied on facial recognition in more than 22,000 cases in the last 3 years. Now, there's no denying that facial recognition can be a powerful tool when used in the right way for the right reasons, but it's hard to know where to draw the line and what should be regulated. We can look at China and see how far this technology can go without proper regulation. In China, surveillance cameras are everywhere, and facial recognition is used to an extent that many of us would expect to see only on an episode of Black Mirror or some other weird dystopian future. They have developed an entire social credit system, greatly utilizing facial recognition systems to penalize their citizens for things like jaywalking, playing too many video games, standing up a taxi, misbehaving on public transport, and various other things. Facial recognition can then be used to prevent people with a too low score to enter certain places like hotels and residences. Now, China and their social credit system is far more complicated than this, and we don't have time to explore that in more detail. I may investigate further and do a whole video dedicated to this in the future, so if you'd like to see that, make sure to subscribe. One more thing I'd like to point out is that facial recognition systems have been known to have racial bias. Researchers have found that these systems frequently misidentify people of color. In fact, before Detroit established their facial recognition policy, the technology led to at least 2 black men in the city being falsely accused of being involved in theft cases. So, in conclusion, this technology opens new doors for safety and security, but when used without limits, it increases the chances of mistakes and threatens our privacy. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you could like the video, subscribe, and tell your friends to help get this channel off the ground. Thanks, and see you next time.